play with me? Everything is fine. The sun's shining so high. I'm happy to be here. I'm ready for the day. There's nothing to fear. I'll always be here. Fighting in the mirrors. Here was our forever. Hello! Hi! PillowDear! Nice to do. Oh no, I love garlic. Takoyaki is my favorite food. Never. More than anything, I just want you to smile. Pillow's gonna take really good care. Sweet cheese with a pillow. Namu! Pillow. Are you ready? Wait, what was I doing? Echo. I remember. 1, 2, 3. Hello. Hi, PillowDear. Nice to do. Oh no, I love garlic. Takoyaki is my favorite food. Never. Class is starting soon. Ohayo gozaimasu. Do you want to play with me? Everything is fine. The sun's shining so high. I'm happy to be here. I'm ready for the day. There's nothing to fear. I'll always be here. Fighting in the mirrors. Here was our forever. Hello! Hi, PillowDear. Nice to do. Oh no, I love garlic. Takoyaki is my favorite food. Never. More than anything, I just want you to smile. Pillow's gonna take really good care. Sweet cheese with a pillow. Namu! Pillow. Are you ready? Wait, what was I doing? Echo. I remember. 1, 2, 3. Hello. Hi, PillowDear. Nice to do. Oh no, I love garlic. Takoyaki is my favorite food. Never. Ball pit. I'm I'm in the ball pit. I'm in the ball pit. That is where I have ended up. I've ended up in the ball pit. I'm in the ball pit. I'm in the ball pit. And you're in the ball pit too. We're both in the ball pit. We've both ended up in the ball pit. And now we're here in the ball pit. Hello. Hello. Hi. Hello from the ball pit. Hello. Hi. Hi from the ball pit. And swimming around like a shark. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. ball pit. Hello. Hi. I haven't seen you in about I want to say maybe 10 years. It's a too long of a time, regardless of the long amount of time. It is too long, regardless of the long amount of time. It's too long. And it was one more year, one more year longer than intended too. But you know, after it all, we are back together. Together. Hello. It's true. I was hiding in the ball pit this whole time. I was under the impression that you were going to come look for me. I thought maybe you knew that I was hiding in the ball pit, and you were gonna come find me in the ball pit. But I know. I thought that you knew. I thought that you knew. Did you not know? You were just sitting there. You were just sitting there. I thought you knew that we were playing hide and seek and I was hiding in the ball pit. You thought it was the ball pit shark. It's me, the ball pit shark. It's me, the ball pit shark. The ball pit shark. Why would I hide? I was playing hide and seek. I thought we were playing a game. And I thought we were both in on the game. I thought it was a game that we were both in on, and you knew that I was here hiding in the ball pit, but no. But I'm very happy that you found me. Come here. I'm so happy that you found me. I was getting very lonely in this ball pit. I was getting so lonely. I thought I was gonna be in this ball pit forever. And I missed you so much. I missed you so much. And I have many stories to tell you. And I'm sure that we have a lot to catch up on. So I hope that you are comfy in the ball pit. And I see so many members. Don't worry, I will read them at the end, okay? Say hello. Did you miss me too? Did you miss me too? Yes. I need to remember how to talk. I need to remember how to live and exist and how to do things the way that the non-ball pit folk do it. I must remember! Help! 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 What do I say? Pillow, tell me. What do I say? What do I say? What kind of stuff do the normal people say? What? Say, I love you. I love you. I love you. Stop. No. I'm definitely certain that that is not what what did people say? Get out of this pit before you contract something. No. I live in the pit now. The pit is my home. The pit is my home. I live here now. You cannot pull me from this pit. I'm a pit dweller. I have become a pit dweller of here now. In all seriousness, I am very happy to be back. I am ecstatic to be back. I was growing very homesick, very pillow sick. I miss the pillow so much. And I was thinking so much that I really just wanted to come home. And my body was at its limit. And now I've gotten to rest and sleep in this ball pit. I am rejuvenated. And I think I'm ready to tell you about my entire trip, if you would so listen. I ask you, Pillow, do you want to hear? Do you want to hear about my trip? Yes. Oh. A resounding yes. A resounding yes. Goodness gracious. Okay. I have one question though. While he was gone, did you dream about anyone else? Did you dream about anyone else while I was in this ball pit? Yoink! The evil pit shark. I'm just kidding. It's because I am so happy. I'm just so happy to be back. Yatta! Okay. Let me drink the mysterious thing in the pit real quick. I gotta get a little bit of rehydrated. Ah. Okay. 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 Hello. I would like to tell you what we are doing today, if that's okay. So, I left to go on a trip on Friday, and I got back very late last night. And so, today I will be recounting my entire trip to you. My entire trip to you. And we'll be yapping about it and talking about it. You might remember that I have a very flaky memory, and so I'm going to be I hope I did not leave out any details, but I have filmed everything. There is basically not a single moment where I was not filming. So even if I forget anything at all, it will not matter because I filmed all of it. So, what? Okay. Let's start. Let's start on day 0. Day 1, day 0. Day 1, day 1. Day 0.5. Let's start. Wait, no. Let's start where I went. Some pillows already know. But if you don't, it's time for the big reveal. That's a drum roll sound. I went to New York. I went to New York. This was my second time ever in the New Yorks. The first time was to see Jazzy, and I actually got to see Jazzy again. But yes, I went to New York. Yeah, New York. And I will say as well that it was not for ANYC. It was not for ANYC this time. No. But I did go to New York. And we had a very busy long weekend. I will do after I finish the story. I will do a step reveal count because we had a walking tracker thing the whole time, so I know how much I walked. I will tell you the number at the end. So, my weekend! Okay, Friday. Friday started off terrible. Friday had such a terrible start. Such a terrible start. I woke up around 3-4 a.m. very early in the morning because my flight was supposed to leave around close like near the end of 6 a.m. and so it takes a long time to get to the airport, and so I wanted to get up, shower, and then do the long Uber to the airport, only to discover that unfortunately, as my luck is, my flight was pushed back by several hours. And so, it took eventually, I managed to get to the airport. I had my flight, and I don't remember. I don't remember. Because my second flight was initially delayed because of the first flight. I don't know if it was delayed at all a second time. But I got to New York about 4 hours later than I intended to. Because wait, I forgot to mention important detail. Wait, no, she'll come in. Wait, okay, so I got to New York about 4 hours later than I intended to. And then I saw the Uber prices. And your hat is going to fall off. The Uber prices. From the airport to the hotel. Which was not very long, by the way. It was only like 8 miles. Was $200. $200? It was $200 for 8 miles. I know. And so I was like, I cannot afford that. I was like, I absolutely cannot afford to fly to drive and like have an Uber of $200. And so instead, for the first time ever, I ordered a shuttle off of Uber instead, and it was instead only $24. But they overbooked. So my shuttle arrived. Wait. I just remembered. Okay, wait. Go back. Even more chaos. So my second flight was not delayed. Except they actually landed 10 minutes earlier than the predicted landing time. And then we were stuck on the runway for 30 minutes. We were stuck on the runway for 30 minutes. And I had already ordered a shuttle before I landed too. And they were like, "Where are you?" And I was like, "I'm sorry." And so I had to get another shuttle that was way later. And then the shuttle, I had to run to it. I ran because I did not want to be late because he had something planned. And so I got, my shuttle. I got on the shuttle. And the shuttle was overfilled. They accidentally booked an extra person. And so they were delayed because they were trying to figure out what to do. And then they ended up having one of the girls sit in another girl's lap. And then there was some traffic. But eventually, I got to the hotel. Where I met up with a very beautiful and kind girl whose idea it was for a trip, which was Rocky Kazuki. She was my she was the alpha of the trip. She was the one who knew all about the New Yorks and wherever we go, what we would do. So she was our planner. And I went to the hotel. I met up with her. I was supposed to meet up with her 4 hours earlier because we actually had plans. I know. We had made plans. We had a whole day planned. We were planning to fly in super early. Spent so much on Friday. We had restaurants picked out. We had stores we wanted to go to. We had plans. But I got there so late. It was like an hour and a half before something very special. Which was my first ever VTuber concert. Rocky was invited by staff to Skyline Serenade, and I was her +1. I was her +1, and so we got some free tickets. The staff were so nice, and we went and sat down. And it was a little bit difficult for me because so I have only ever been to 2 other concerts before, and they were both very small, and they were, like, not my idea. One of them was like with my aunt, so it was a very, 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 very long time ago. And so, this was a new experience for me. It was a new experience for me. And it was such a large scale. And I feel like what was difficult for me is that I have scoliosis. I talk about it all the time. But it makes it hard. Like, my back hurts. And I guess there's a culture around standing the whole time. And it was really hard to stand. And since I'm shorter, even when I was standing, it was kind of hard to see. So, I feel like I missed a lot. But it was still really amazing. And I got to see one of my friends perform, which was Phoebe! I love Phoebe so much. She is one of the most sweet, kind, beautiful girls ever. And so, I was very, very, very happy to see her perform. I've always wanted to see her perform. And she did such an amazing job. She is so amazing. Rocky and I were cheering so much. Phoebe? Who's that? Who's Phoebe? What? Who doesn't know who Phoebe is? Phoebe is... What is her chant? It's like, This is the place to be. Who's the girl you want to be around? Phoebe! She is a IRL idol and a VTuber. But she is a very dear friend of mine. And I was just so happy to see her. And everyone did so good. Kiki was so fun! I really liked the where she's like, na 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 na, good luck, na 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 na, because this is Africa. It was so cute. And then of course Minto and Numi did very good too. Maria was a special guest. There was Sexy. It was a very wonderful lineup. And so it was a really good. It was a really good. No, Kiki. She's a Kiki. Like a cake, Kiki. She's an Ira idol, very beautiful girl. Yeah, Kiki Haim. But Phoebe and her both did so amazing. And they were technically my first ever time watching idols. They were so talented. Okay, Kiki Hime! Sorry! Hime! My bad, sorry. I'm still readjusting to myself. And it was just really nice. I really liked the way that they did everything. It was so cool. It was a bit loud. For someone who's not very used to loud noises, I was covering my ears a lot. I was like, oh, it's so loud. It was definitely a new experience for a girl like me. And I didn't have a pen light, but I was doing my best. And afterwards, I was very tired. I was very tired because, remember, I had been up since 3 a.m. And it was now around like 10 p.m. after the concert finished, like 10:30. So I was very tired, but we wanted to say thank you to staff and say hello to everyone. So, I have a funny story. Rocky and I were very, very, very thankful to staff for inviting us, for having us, and so we wanted to buy them flowers. So we went across the street. Rocky and I picked out some flowers and I paid for them, and we were going to go back, and we were approached. This was I would say this was our only New York moment. Thankfully, we got a bit lucky not having more, but this was like our New York moment, so... We were waiting across the street when all of a sudden, a girl with pink hair comes up to us. She says, pick a number between 1 to 10. Rocky picked 8 and I picked 10. And then she shuffles in her pockets. And she pulls out her wallet. And... which is obviously very scary. Someone in New York is coming up to you and shuffling in their pockets. I was nervous. She pulls out her wallet. And she pulls out 4 little photos. There was a photo of cherry blossoms, a photo of lavender, a photo of a store, I think, and then a photo of buildings. I picked the lavender, Rocky picked the blossoms. And we're like, wow, so cute! Because she was like, pick one, pick a photo, pick a photo. And she goes, do you have anything for me? And in my mind, genuinely, in my mind, I thought that this was like a cute artsy moment, so I opened up my little purse. And I started to shuffle around in it. Because I was like, okay, I don't think I have anything, but I was trying to see if maybe I had like a photo to give back or a charm. Because obviously I wanted to give her something artsy back. She goes, a 20? A 20? And I pause and I go, huh? And she says, it's for veganism. She started going on this rant about how if we gave her money, it would be in support of veganism. And I don't really remember, except she kept saying the word veganism. I was like, oh. I don't think I really have that. But she's like, a 10? A 10? And Rocky and I were sitting there going, and she just kept asking stuff like that. A 10, and then she's like a 5, and then she's like, and I was like, I didn't bring money. I don't know. I don't have cash. And she went, can we go into the store? You can buy me something. And I very bravely, very brave Pillow, I went, I'm so sorry. We have something scheduled we have to get to. I spoke up. And we handed the cards back to her. And we said, thank you so much, though. I took the lead, I took the charge. And she started to be like, that's okay, that's okay. Never forget. You're beautiful women, beautiful alpha woman goddesses. And she was telling us about how beautiful we were, and that was crazy. And she did luckily walk off. It could have ended very dangerously, though. And Rocky and I hurriedly crossed the street. That was my story. It was very scary. Beautiful alpha female goddesses. And Rocky couldn't stop saying that the whole trip. So that was on night 1. But we took the flowers and we were able to give them to staff. We got to say hello to some of the girls from Skyline Serenade. And as we were reading around, some other idols showed up. There was Rosie too, Yumemi, and I think Yumemi, she asked us for a signature. And I was going, oh my gosh, no one's ever asked me for my signature like this. I signed her Sakisi board. And Rocky signed her name right under mine. So that was cute. And she was like, I'm asking everyone to sign it. So I wanted to participate. And I think after that, because everyone was really tired, and we kind of didn't want to just hang outside around the building. And so that's whenever we gained 2 party members. 2 party members! We hung out with 2 very special girls named Betty Bug and Ashton Martin. Ashton Martin the Barber. And they were so sweet and fun. We were very hungry because Rocky and I planned to get dinner before the concert, but because of how late I was, we did not. So it was such a blur. I would say that this is the most blurry moment. No, not Ashton Martin. Ashton Martin. Yes, Bug Girl and Car Girl. Bug Girl and Car Girl. And we all went and got dinner. But the place that we got dinner at was very loud. So, it's easy to imagine me sat there at the table, my head looking down, loud music playing, 11 p.m. You can imagine how tired I was. I was like... And so, I didn't order any food personally. Shocking, I know. Because whenever I'm that tired, I'm not really hungry. So I was just picking off of everyone else's plate. Luckily, they were nice enough to let me, so I shared food with everyone. And it was very good. It was Korean food. And then... So then we went home to the hotel. I was that tired. I really was. I was so tired. I was so exhausted. I was so tired. But yes, I was munching off of everybody else's food. And we went back to the hotel and went to bed. And that was the end of the first day. But as you can see, despite how... Oh my gosh, it's already been 38 minutes. Despite how long it took me, that was just the first day and it was only a few hours. And so... we went to bed. And I think we woke up... I was the first to wake up on Saturday because room service knocked on the door, woke me up, and I couldn't go back to bed. And so I waited a while for Rocky to wake up, and I think we had plans we were going to do. There was something we wanted to go to that morning, but some of the girls we'd planned with were, like tired and not feeling the best, and the weather didn't seem like it was going to be good, so we decided not to go. And so, what did we do instead? I don't think I misremember. I think this is correct. We went and got breakfast at a very cute cafe place. Ding. It's owned by Martha Stewart? I don't know who Martha Stewart is. Thank you so much for the members, Phil. Sorry, I'm getting so yappy. Thank you. I'm sorry, I'm getting so yappy. I just have so much to tell you about. I know I missed some, but I'll read them at the end. Do not worry. Do not worry. We love hearing you, yeah. Boo. Okay. Thank you. I'll have another drink from the ball pit real quick. I'll have another drink from the ball pit. Ball pit water. Ball pit water. Ball pit water. Ball pit water. Okay, mom. So we went to a super fancy little coffee shop, and it was we got the waffles. I think I wanted to go because I really wanted pancakes, but they were out of pancakes. What does that mean? How do you have waffles but no pancakes? They were out of pancakes, but the waffles were very good. They're like caramel pecan. And I got an iced lavender honey latte. And we also got a square croissant. Like a Minecraft croissant. And it was not the best. It was like a s'mores Minecraft croissant. And it was too hard to eat, and it was very sweet and kind of not good. Blah. But we got an almond pastry that was super good. I like that very much. And then we just sat there for a while, and we ate our yummy breakfast. Don't worry, I have pictures. I will show you pictures and stuff at the end. I have a lot of pictures to show you, but I'm waiting. And then, like I said, there's also videos, but I will not be showing that today. I have videos, but that will be later. And then, afterwards, we kind of had an expiration date. So, I will show you one picture now. We went to, I think the first place we went to after that was... Found it. Oh. Hello. I didn't download all my photos. Found it. Found it. Okay, I might have to go. Apparently, I only downloaded 17 of my like 30 photos. It's when I went in here. I opened up my folder for my photos, and it was not there. It's okay, let me go. I was in kind of a rush trying to make sure it was set up. I think I opened up the photos to download and then didn't download them properly. But I will show you this one. This one's important. Let me just around pillow, look. Yes, sir. I found this photo in the ball pit. Found this photo in the ball pit. Why don't you get a closer look? We went to the Nintendo store. It was really cool. They had a bunch of statues, and of course, as you can see from this photo, they had a whole like photo thing set up for the new Splatoon Raiders. And so Rocky took this picture of me standing at the Splatoon Raiders photo booth. They had PillowDear. No. No, they didn't have PillowDear. No. They did not have Pill. It's a photo of me. No. So yeah, they had that photo stand thing that was really cool, and it was such a big store. They had like Pikmin, they had Zelda, they had Pokemon, they had Animal Crossing, Splatoon. They had everything there, and I didn't really buy anything. I think I bought a Splatoon plush keychain. But that was all, and then Rocky bought some zippers. But it was just kind of fun to explore because they had like big old statues of their IPs. It was really cool. And they had a shelf with like the old consoles. So it was really cool to go and look at. But yes, this is my this is the picture of me at the Splatoon Raiders photo booth. I hope that you like it. I usually don't get pictures of me because I'm not that beautiful. But I wanted to show that to you. And so afterwards, we went to... I don't really remember the exact order of things we went to, but I know that afterwards we went to a place called Foul Shorts? Foul Shorts? Foul Shorts. Foul Schwartz. Verschouts. I need more water. Yeah, someone said it. Foul Schwartz. F-A-O Schwartz. It was a giant toy store. Like massive. I didn't think it was gonna be that big. They had an entire Build-A-Bear. In there. And it was like 3 stories big. And it was a massive toy store. And they had like a whole section dedicated to like Barbie, and it was massive, it was big. Yeah, it was whimsical. No, they did not have a My Little Pony section. I was like, where is the G4 section? And they did not. They had a whole bunch of stuff, and they had a little Moomin collab going on, which had nothing for me. My favorite character is Snufkin, and they had like no Snufkin at all. So they had a bunch of overpriced stuff. I almost bought a building, like a little building kit, but it was like $40, and I was being stingy. Yeah, Snufkin's not popular. Oh god, the ball pit. Yes, my ball pit. My ball pit. This is my ball pit. How do they not have Snufkin? I know. No Snufkin. They hate Snufkin. The toy store did not have a ball pit. I know, crazy, right? No ball pit. And so then we explored there for a while. And then afterwards, we went to... I feel like I'm forgetting a place. Because I think the last place that we went to explore around was a bookstore, but I feel like there was somewhere in between there. I don't remember. It's somewhere. It's somewhere in my videos. But we went to Otaku Weeaboo store. And we went to Otaku Weeaboo store. And it was I actually went there before. Jazzy took me. And it was kind of like I think it's like a thrift store but for weeb stuff. There's a billion bajillion mangas in both English and Japanese. There was a bunch of figures, both official and bootleg. There was a lot of CDs. There were just like a bunch of collecting stuff for anime. And I did not buy anything for myself, but I bought stuff for Olive. Olive really likes Love Life and some Idolmaster. And so I went through the CDs and I went and I tried to find her the CDs of the characters I know she likes, but I could not find them. They were not very organized, so I was just kind of pulling a bunch out for like 10 minutes. And I got 4 for her, and she did seem to like them. I was also trying to see if I could find something very specific. If anyone recognizes this name, I will not believe you. I was trying to see if they had anything for Battle Girl High School. The answer is obviously no, they did not. And so I kind of just got some stuff for Olive. And I think it was all. I don't know if Rocky bought anything. She was looking at a lot of like Cardcaptor Sakura stuff. And I think we left after. But what did we do? Why am I never remember? I know we did more. I will. Let me hold on. Photos. Let me look at the photos. So then we. I didn't take as many photos as I took of videos. Okay, wait. I think I remember. I think I remember. I don't know. Let me look at the ball pit. I hate my flaky memory. Videos from Sunday. Okay, there's Saturday. And then we went to... Oh, yes! Of course I remembered! How am I forgetting one of the best memories of this? After that, we went to my first ever Kaigai Idol concert. Why am I the memory so bad? I went to my first ever Kaigai Idol concert. It was so interesting. We had to take quite a long train to get there. But we went to the Kaigai Idol concert. It was so amazing and so wonderful. Very loud, very hot. It was really crazy because we we're walking around and we're like, where is this thing? Because we thought we're like, is this the wrong address? And it was, it was in a very like non-flashy, blended into the wall, like mysterious door. But it was something that we had been looking forward to, something we'd scheduled. We did have some train trouble, so we arrived I don't remember, but I think we got there on time. And we went in, and I feel like it was such an authentic experience because the place it was in was all run down. it was like run down, and I was like, this is good. This is good. And we packed on in there, and we saw 2 idol girls, Yumerio Picnic and Oyasumimi. And I found a new Oshi. Her name is Teddy. She was so gorgeous. As soon as she came on stage, I turned to Rocky and I was like, that is the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. Who is she? And they were so talented. They were so talented. It was amazing how both Yumeiro Picnic and Oyasumimi are able to be up there and dance like so extreme. It wasn't just like la 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 la. No, they were running around, kicking their legs up, like for a whole songs and singing the whole time too. How? How? And it's such a hot room. I couldn't believe it. Yet there's so much talent to do something like that. So it was just really magical. And I was really impressed by them. I was like, I could never do that. I could never do that. And they were so good at singing too. I was just so amazed. And even though it was very loud and I felt deaf afterwards, it was wonderful to be in a place where everyone is chanting so loud and they were so hype and going crazy. And they were so crazy. They were like crawling on top of each other's shoulders and doing like mosh pits. And I was like, what's going on? It was crazy. It was so crazy. And it was such a small room. It was such a small room. So everyone is really just like packed together. But I'm really happy I won. I feel like it was such an eye-opening experience for me because in that moment I really did want to cheer for everyone. Did I stay safe in the crowd? I got trampled a little. I did. But at the same time, I was also trying to keep myself and Rocky like safe from being trampled. So I was grabbing Rocky and moving her around. Rocky was moving me around. We were trying to protect each other. But we didn't. We were able to see over people a little. I got blocked a lot. But it was really nice. It was really fun, and I felt like I got to see a new side of like how like sort of from your eyes. It was really nice. No, I didn't get any merch. We have wanted to, but we're on a little bit of a schedule. And so we also didn't, whenever everyone was leaving, it was very packed and crowded, but we ran out of there pretty fast. And we had another location to go to, which was so the next location that we went to was the only place actually that I picked out to go to. And it's for a very specific reason. But I went to the Best Friends Animal Society, like, pop-up event. Pop-up shop. We really wanted to go to their permanent store in New York. However, unfortunately, at the time of us going, it was under renovation. So, we were not able to go during the main shop's opening. But they had a pop-up shop literally down the street from the Kaigai Idol concert. So, it was a perfect timing. I got a lot of footage. I said hello to a lot of kitties. And I did not take any pictures of it, but I do have a lot of video. So, very excited for that. I will show you all the kitties eventually. But yes, we get to visit the Best Friends Animal Society Papa! And then... We did one more thing before another scheduled thing that we had. We got expensive sushi. We got expensive sushi. It was such a cool little restaurant. Whenever, look, I don't remember where it was right now, but it was a place Rocky really wanted to go. We had to go downstairs, like underground, to get to it. And it was so cool. I got sashimi, Rocky got nigiri, and the fish was so good. They prepared it right in front of us. They took our bags. They're like, please come in. And they all said, like, Tadaima, or like something, or I don't remember what they said to us. This is something we walked in, they yelled at us. They took our bags. And we sat down. And we got this really weird thing that was called... I don't remember, but it was in a small glass. It meant to be taken in one drink. And it had a quail egg, sea urchin, sauce. It was like a bunch of stuff mixed together. And you're supposed to just take a whole drink of it, but we split it in two. It's very interesting. And the sushi was so good. It was so soft and delicate and nice, and the flavor was really nice. It was very good. Very worth it. Good sushi. We had something else planned for that night. I'll take a drink of water. I am very hydrated. Whenever I talk a lot like this, I get very parched. Okay, and then... So we went back to our hotel. And we had something very cool planned. Like, really cool. Super cool. Awesome. Amazing. Amazing. Something really cool planned. So... I went to... my first ever play. And on top of it being my first ever play, it was my first ever Broadway show. Yes. We went and we saw a show, which from what it sounded like is a newer one on Broadway, called Hades Town. We went with Betty, Ashton, some of the girls from Skyline Serenade, and some of the staff too. They were the ones who got us the tickets. It was so nice. And again, I was kind of just like Rockies +1. So we all met up, and it was so cool. It was amazing. I am now now a certified play enthusiast. I want to see more, especially on Broadway. It'd be so awesome. I was so nervous because even though I met some of the girls the night before, we didn't really talk. It was like, hello, hi. And so this is a little bit more of a yapping hangout before the show. I was trying really hard to be super friendly and cool. I didn't know what I was doing because I'm not used to meeting new people. But I tried really hard to be really sociable and yap and I really tried. And I hope that I left a good impression on them. And the play Hadestown. Oh man, it was really good. Like really good. I think that it was such a magical and amazing first show for me. I was not able to take any photos or videos because phone usage during it was strictly prohibitive. But the actors were so out of this world amazing. They were so good at singing. The story was really good. And to make it even better, the stage was moving so much. The stage was like opened up and the floor was spinning and go down. It was so cool. It was so cool. And whenever they went to hell, they had like a lot of orange lights and stuff to represent like the hell and walls opening, and it was so amazing. I cannot believe how good it was. I wish that you could see it for yourself. It was really amazing. Yes, like rip and tear. I feel like I entirely get it now. People who are obsessed with Broadway, I get it. And every element of it was just so human. I feel like this is gonna sound so cliche, but in a time where, you know, there's so much focus on like AI and automating things and like CGI and like yada yada, it felt so special to go and watch something that was entirely, every ounce of it was controlled by someone. Every song was performed live by a band that was there. You know, none of the songs were pre-recorded. Everything was just like done right there. And you could see them. You could see the conductor. You could see the people doing the instruments. It was just amazing, and it felt so personable and artistic, and like every single person there was super passionate about what they were doing. And it was so like inspiring for me. I really loved it, and I want to see more, and I'm so happy that I went, and all the girls had a really good time too. It was amazing. And then after that, after that, we explored Times Square, but not really. We went to the M&M factory at Times Square, and it was fun. It was very big and grandiose. It was like a lot of different M&Ms, and we all hung out and acted silly. And no, I didn't get any M&Ms. I'm gonna be honest with you, fellas. I'm not really an M&M guy. I love like Reese's, I love Hershey's, but I just don't really like the outside of the M&M very much. It was amazing, yeah. It was really cool. It's really cool. And it was just fun to like hang out with everyone and talk. And afterwards, a lot of the girls are like, I have to leave tomorrow, and so we separated from a few of the girls. because, you know, they had a long day and they had to leave and they wanted to get rest, so we hugged. I feel like the girl that I was most sad to let go of was Phoebe. Maybe it's just because she's so, like, maybe she's good with everyone. But I feel like whenever I was around Phoebe, we really clicked, and she was just so sweet, and she was so sweet, and I loved just getting to be with her. She made me so happy. I loved hugging her, and I miss her so much. I miss her so much, my Phoebe. I love her. But our night was not over. Little did I know. Little did I know I had a very long night ahead of me. I had a very long night ahead of me. So we separated around, I don't actually know. I'm just gonna guess probably like 11. Maybe later, like 11:30. But we're not done. And so the girls are like, you know what we have to do? Karaoke. And so I had my first ever karaoke experience. But we got there really late because we couldn't find a place. Who did we think we were? Going and trying to find a karaoke place on a Saturday night. During a time that there's a convention going on too. I think we went to 2 or 3 different places and they were all booked. And some of them were really sketchy. I remember we got in an elevator that was very small, and the walls were covered in like thermal blankets. And then one of the buildings you went in was swaying, and you could feel it swaying. It was very sketchy. And then eventually we found a place, but there was a 30-minute wait. And we're like, dang it, I guess we'll take it. So we sat there for a while. I was really sleepy. It was past my bedtime. But I was like, you know what? I want to do this. And it was fun. So we finally went into this place. And you could order food. And so they got fruits, and I got called the watermelon thief. Because PillowDear, thank you for attending our live. We hope you do. Oh my gosh, yes! Thank you for having me. I'm sorry. I talked about it earlier. It was very fun and amazing. Thank you. Thank you. We'll descend frontiers. Thank you. But they called me the watermelon thief because I was eating all the watermelon. And, they got chicken and it was really good, actually. I ate some of the chicken. But I think I went up and sung like 4 songs. And I picked a song that was a little bit... It could have been bad. But it was okay. I picked Meant to Be Yours, which is a song from my favorite musical, Heather. Which is a song about a guy planning to blow up a building for the girl he loved. And I was like, if they don't know this song, it's gonna sound really weird. But all the girls knew this song, so they actually sung with me, so it was okay. They were like, whoa, I love this song! And then there was a room of girls yelling, I was meant to be yours. And I don't remember what else I sung. I think I sung Party Rockers because they were like, "All right, who wants to go first?" And I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna be bold and ambitious, and I'll start everyone off. I'll be the hype man." And so I danced around like crazy. Every time I did the karaoke, I ran around the room. I jumped around. And after Meant to Be Yours, my throat was dead, so that was my last one. But I think I sung like 2 other ones. I did some duos. But after that, it was like 3 a.m. Like 3 a.m. And even before it ended, I was too tired to continue, so I was just sitting on the couch, huddled up. And I feel bad because so sweet. The girls are so sweet. One of them texted me, and I didn't know because I wasn't on my phone, and they were asking if I was okay. I wish I saw. They were like, she and Pillow Love, are you okay? Just want to make sure. And I didn't see it till the morning because I wasn't looking at my phone. And I texted her. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I was perfectly fine. I was just sleepy because it was so past my bedtime. I find that people often ask if I'm okay. I'm okay. But it was so much fun, and I really enjoyed it. And we went home and slept in the hotel. And that was the end of our first night, or that second Saturday night. That was a Saturday night. It was really nice. And even though it was really late and I was really tired, I'm glad I went because I feel like I created some really good memories with girls I never thought I'd get to, do that with before. And then, oh yes, and then Sunday. So Sunday was originally going to be the last day, but because I got in so late on Friday, I extended by a day. And so, but we had some stuff planned on Sunday. We planned to wake up really early on Sunday, but because of how late we were out doing karaoke, we decided to sleep in. And so, we woke up pretty late. And this is the only day that we're going to stop by NYC, which was the anime convention that was going on. And we woke up a little bit too late. And the reason that we were going was because, specifically, for one reason, which was the Big Apple Idol concert. So Big Apple Idol Fest, I think? Because obviously, as you can tell, we had a very idol weekend plan. And so, we went to... Are you Cushion Han? No, never heard of her. Yes, it's me, Cushion Han. And we went to Big Apple Idol Fest. But we woke up so late that we only got there. Like, the line was full. And we got there like 10 minutes before it started. So we got there super late. And, we went in, we watched the full thing, and it was so amazing. We saw the Yumado picnic and Oyasumimi again. And since I actually knew who Oyasumimi was this time, whenever Cherry came on, I went, Cherry! I love it, Cherry! Cherry! I was screaming for her. And I don't think she could hear me. We were too far away from the stage. And I can't actually scream very loud. I mean, if I get scared in a horror game, I can, but when I try to scream like that, I can't. I was trying. And so, I was just so happy to see her. And I was so happy. I think there's a lot of other idols that went on too. And it was very long. We got to see Phoebe again. Phoebe, Phoebe. Phoebe. And she did the thing where she runs around the concert. And I got to touch her hand. I felt kind of silly. I felt kind of silly being like, oh my gosh, I got to touch Phoebe's hand after the night before. I was like hugging her. It was different. It was different. Cause in that she was in her idol form versus being casual hangout. So it was different. But the Big Apple Idol Concert Fest thing, whatever the name, was really nice. And it ended really soon before closing. And Rocky and I couldn't find the artist alley. So we walked around the artist alley for only like 30 minutes. So that was my entire experience at NYC. Like one concert and 30 minutes of artist alley. Her idol outfit is so cute. I know. The map is really confusing. And so, no, I didn't buy any fruits for myself. I bought some stuff for Olive. I bought like Evangelion and Olympus Company. I don't think I bought anything for myself during the trip. I don't know. I just don't really buy stuff for myself. So, yeah, we're just there for a small amount of time. And afterwards, we met up with someone very special to me. A friend I've had for a super duper long time. Her name is Jazzy. And she was so happy to see me. I haven't seen her in so long, and I gave her a big hug, and I was like, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, Pillow, what the heck? You're supposed to be dead." I said, "Yep, I'm still dead, but I use special technology to come here and see you." And she, she was traumatized because she remembered when I died, because. But I was like, I'm only here for 1 day before I go back to the dream world. And so we went and got some coffee. Because remember, Rocky and I woke up late and went immediately to the concert. So we didn't eat any breakfast, so we got some coffee, which counted as breakfast. And then we walked around for a long time. And you know what? Our stupidity had kicked in there for sure. Because who did we think we were? Who did we think we were? Trying to go to restaurants after a big convention nearby had closed. I think we went to like 3 different restaurants, and all of them were full. Who did we think we were? But I quote unquote saved the day. Because we're walking by a restaurant and I grabbed Jazzy's wrist and I went, "Wait, this one's empty." And so the 3 of us went in there and we got Korean barbecue. It wasn't empty, but I saw some free table. And we got Korean barbecue. I feel like a lot of it wasn't the best, but the last meat was like a prime rib. And it was so tender and nice. It was really good. And I got like a rice bowl with some beef, so that was good. And then afterwards, afterwards was the thing that I had been looking forward to one of the most. We went to a spa. A spa. I have never been to a spa before. A spa! I have been wanting to go to a spa for so long. If you don't remember, whenever we did Surge, we planned to go to a spa, and then didn't get to. I've never been to a spa before, and so we went to a spa. It was a Korean spa, and we had to go upstairs to some building to get there, and it was insane. Because even in the lobby, we were just on the we were just outside and the very loud, like, beep beep, yep, beep beep. I was trying to imitate the sounds of New York. into like an entirely silent lobby with some nice music. And we checked in. And they sent us to... It was so clean in there. Nice and calming. And even the person at the front desk was speaking so soft. And we went into... the girls' like locker room, which is also really nice. They made us take off our shoes. And we put our shoes in a locker. And there was wooden floors. And the walkers were wooden. And they made us change into like prison uniforms. it was like robes, and they were so baggy on me. It was crazy, and we were there for so long. And after walking so much the past few days, my feet were killing me. But we went test. Hi, test, I see you. Sorry, Pillows. I get so ranty. I've been reading what Pillows are saying. I'm in my flow. And we went into... So the first place we went into was the downstairs area, which had four separate rooms. It had one giant room, which had tables on the ground that you could sit at. It was quiet in there. There was a snack bar, and it was really nice. And we kind of just sat there for a while. We sat there for a while, because they're like, oh, yeah, just gonna relax here for a bit. And and just relaxed for a while over there. And then we started to explore the rooms. The first room was called a quiet room, and it had a warmed floor, a warmed floor, and mats to lay on. So we just laid there in the quiet. And that was my favorite room. It felt really nice on my back to lay down on like a warm floor pad. And then the crazy stuff was they have like hot rooms. Hot rooms. Hot. Like This is the first room. So it was like 130 degrees. No, it wasn't a sauna. It was a dry sauna. The quiet room wasn't a sauna. The quiet room was not. But the rest of these rooms are dry sauna. And so the first one, I don't really remember the name. It was like a salt room, a clay room, a rock, a rock room. But there was just like wooden floor mats, and the floor was hot, and the air was hot, and it was so weird. And we were in there for a while, because at 130, even though it was very hot, I could handle it. But the other two rooms, there was the other two rooms. One of them was like 140, and one of them was 170. 170. I stepped in that room. My feet burned, and I stepped out immediately. My feet hurt afterwards. None of us went in there. It was too hot. It was so hot. I also wasn't able to get any footage of the spa, obviously, because they had a strict no phone policy. But yeah, it was crazy. And yeah, so that was so wild. But we kind of just relaxed in the downstairs area for a while, and it was just really nice and peaceful. And then the upstairs. Well, it it was a like a more private area where we had to take a shower before entering, and there was a hot tub that was set to 103 degrees. And we were in the hot tub for a very long time because it felt really nice to be in the hot tub after so much walking around, and it made my feet feel a lot better. And me, Rocky, and Jesse were pretty shy. And there is a sauna too in that room. And it was really nice actually, because the sauna air smelled like it was infused with like essential oil. And so when you breathed it in, it made your lungs feel really good. And that whole area room was really nice, but what was really scary is I felt even more embarrassed because a majority of the women there were much older, and it just made me feel a bit shy. They seemed like they came there a lot, so but the whole place was very relaxing. And so we were there for so long, like a really long time. But it was nice, you know, to go to such a place that was meant for relaxation. That was so quiet, and it made me be like, oh man, I wish there was more of these everywhere so I could go all the time. It really did just feel nice to separate for a while and be somewhere so peaceful. And you know, it was super empty too. Of course there was a few people, but I was kind of expecting it to be bustling, but no. It was quiet, like it wasn't any amount of crowded at all. And so I was like, you know what? I don't know when I'll ever come back to this spa. And so before we left, I went, you know, I should get a massage. Because I was like, I don't think I'll ever really go back to the spa. And if I do, it'll be a really long time. So I should get what spas are for. Oh heavens. I think it was a very non-pillow experience. Like, I think it was not me. It did cost a bit of money. Where are you? I'm in the ball pit right now. It cost a bit of money, but I was like, I'm gonna try it. And it was very, 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 very intense. I went back to the shower area, and it was with an older Korean woman. And I came out of it feeling like a newborn. And at some point during it, she laughed and called me a baby. I remember her getting close to my face, and she went, baby. And multiple times, she filled up a giant bowl of water and threw it at me. And it was an experience that I won't be getting it again. And I was like, I've never done this before. Please be nice. And it was very intense. And afterwards, she stood me up and she said, "You're done." I said, "Okay." and I dried off, and then we left. And Rocky felt my arms, and she said, "You feel very smooth." I said, "Thank you." I'm glad that I did it. I'm glad that I got the experience, but I'll never be asking for it again. I think it is not me. The entire time. I kept thinking, oh goodness gracious. Oh no. So that was my spa experience. And I think afterwards, I don't remember entirely the timeline of events, but I remember that I think we went back to the hotel, and we got mochi donuts. We got 4, and I think that was it. I don't remember. Pillow got fluffed like a pillow. It's true. It's true. It was terrible. And then Rocky and I ate our donuts and did a Twitter space, and they gave me. I can't wait for you to see what terrible thing they gave me. When we got our donuts, it came with a labubu. But it was like an official labubu box that they opened up and replaced with a really ugly cursed bootleg labubu. I was very scared when I opened it. It was terrible. And I think after that we went to bed because I think we went to bed afterwards. Because we were like, okay, you know, we just spent the last few nights up really late, so we should go to bed. So we did. Because we had 1 more day left. And the last day was one of the ones that we walked the most. But also one of the least eventful. Because it was the only day that we didn't have anything scheduled. Because it was also the day that we thought was going to be our last day. Or we thought we were going to leave on Monday originally, but we ended up leaving on Tuesday. But Rocky knew what she wanted to do. And I was just... I was just the dog to follow her. The woof woof. And so... Oh yeah, you know what as well? Someone does not like to drink her water. And I feel like a little bit of a hypocrite. Because when I'm at home, I don't drink as much water. But I was chugging water. I couldn't stop drinking water. And she was not drinking any, so I was like, drink your water, drink your water. Wait, oh yeah, on Sunday as well. Or maybe Saturday, I don't remember. We stopped by a small Asian market to grab a snack, I think so. And you know who had blisters on her ankles, Miss Rock? And she doesn't want to take care of herself. And I'm the same way. But I was very insistent that she would receive care. And so all day I was like, we need to get you a blanket. Not blanket. Band-aids. We need to get you a band-aid. We need to get you a band-aid. And she's like, no, maybe later. And so you know, the second we entered that store, I bought her band-aids. I bought her band-aids. I said, here. I handed them to her. She went, and you know what? She wore them the whole time. So I'm glad that I got them for her. I bought her band-aids. I was taking care of her. And then anyways, so on Monday we started off. I don't remember. I never remember. I think the first thing we did on Monday was go get afternoon tea for breakfast. We might have. I don't think we did anything before that. Not that I can remember. I think we slept in a lot that day. Then we went and got afternoon tea for breakfast. And I felt like a little lady. I felt like a little lady. I felt like a princess. Or like a rich little lady. The girl who served us was in like a butler fit. And they brought us such cute teacups and hot teapots. And they brought us like a tower that had little finger sandwiches and little scones and a macaroons. And it had jam and a whipped cream and lemon custard. It was so cute. And I loved it. I looked at it and I was like, this is gonna make me full. And then it made me full. The sandwiches were so good. And the tea was really good too. I got do you wanna guess what type of tea I got? It's a new one. It's not chamomile or mint. New one. Yes, it was very distinguished. Very distinguished. No, it was a fancy one, No. It wasn't just a name of like a plant, it was a fancy one. A lot of people saying lavender. No. I'll tell you. I got a beautiful tea by the name of White Wedding. White Wedding. Oh yes, it was ever so fancy and wonderful. They got us tea with the White Wedding, and I believe that Rocky got jasmine tea. They brought us the most beautiful little finger sandwiches. One with tuna salad, egg salad, cream cheese and cucumber, salmon, and I don't remember the last one. But by gods, it was quite fancy. And the scones. Why, the scones were simply delectable. I cut open this. Sorry, I just remembered. Rocky was cutting open her scone. And I looked at her like this. Why'd you do that? She said, what? And so I held up my code and I showed her. I cut it in half down the middle horizontally, like how it's meant to be cut open. And she went, oh, I didn't think about that. Because she cut hers open vertically down the middle. And I said, do you not eat biscuits much? She said no. And that was very shocking to me, and I think it's because I'm Texan. Because I feel like in Texas, if you want to eat anything, there's always like a biscuit or a roll. So I said, why'd you cut it like that? So I cut it, the very easy way, and I filled it up like a sandwich. It's very good. I only really like two of the macaroons because, for me personally, I only really enjoy fruity macaron. I don't really like the chocolate or vanilla macaroons. I like fruity macaron. I never knew you were Texan. Yeehaw! From the middle of Texas to the middle of nowhere. And, and that was so good. It was very delightful. And afterwards, I think we had a little bit of a shopping day. Is what I would say, but we didn't really buy anything. Window shopping. We went to... I filmed... Like I said, I filmed like everything. So we went to a few stores. We went to a lot. We're kind of just walking around, going to a few... We went to some like vintage ones, some normal stores. And I am going to tell you some of the prices of things and why I did not buy anything. So, shirts. Almost every single shirt was anywhere between $90 and $150. Almost every pair of pants I found was in the same range. And then we went into a store. It was not even a fancy store. It was a small store. They had shirts for $400. We weren't even anywhere fancy. Yeah, I know. Like every single store. There was not a single store that we went into that had shirts that were like $30, $50. No, everything was like over $100 or worse. It was insane. Because there was a few times where I was like, ooh, I really like this pair of pants. And then I'd look at the price tag and I went, ooh, Rocky, let's leave. I was like, let's leave. So I didn't buy any clothes. We also went into a pajama shop that was called like Gelato Pico. And I found a really cute pajama shirt and pants. And it was not a set. And they were $60 each. And I went, oh, never mind. So we didn't buy any pajamas. And then we went into some like knick-knack stores. And I found a special store. So, Pillows, you know me. I'm a girl that follows my heart. I go where my heart leads me. And we're walking to a store on the GPS. And I grabbed Rocky by the arm. And I said, we have to go in here. I don't know why. But in my heart, my heart should go in there. And it was a really run down, very disheveled shop. There was a bunch of like worn signs outside. The glass was dusty. The stuff displayed inside was dusty. And it did not look very promising, but I was like, I have to go in here. And so very shyly, we entered. And it was a suit shop. And we came in, and there was two workers. I think they were a couple. And I went, hello, we are not here for suits. We wanted to say hi. We wanted to have a look. And immediately they were so kind. There's a lady at the front, and she said, well, he'll give you a tour. And she had kind of like a rough, like, smoker voice. And I think it was her husband. And he gave us an entire tour of their shop. It was very narrow, but all the way up to the roof. From floor to roof, there was like hundreds of suits. Suits! Like suits, gentlemen suits. And he was like, we have suits that are this type and made of this thing and from this invention, and they were blue and green and yada yada yada. And I went, what do people wear green suits for? And he said, I'm still trying to figure that out. And they talked to us for a bit. And then evil Rocky started to glaze me. I think I used the word satiated. And he was like, are you in English class? No. And yeah, Rocky was like, oh yeah, she's an artist. She's an amazing artist. And I was like, Rocky, shut up! Stop! I don't know why she was doing that. And and I was like, I kind of went to buy something as memory, and I was looking at their ties. Because I thought their ties were cute, and I wouldn't have been able to wear it, but I was like, I'm gonna buy something to support them. And they were like, take one for free. And I went, no, I want to pay for it. And I argued with them. I sat there being like, I'm going to pay for it. I can pay for it. Let me pay. And they said, no. So Rocky and I both got our own matching ties. And we laughed. And it was a really nice little experience. And I'm glad that my heart called me in there, because it was nice to go into a random little place and talk to them. I think they appreciated it too. And afterwards, there's nothing really interesting happened. We walked around, went to like a little hidden mall thing in Chinatown to get some stores. Rocky traded some clothes, and we were walking around for hours. So we're hungry, and so Rocky was like, I really want dumplings. No, I didn't try anything on. I feel like I'm not that fashionable, so. And everything was too expensive for me anyway, so. I just had fun watching my friend do clothes. And, Rocky was really hungry. And luckily, I had another heart moment. Because we walked to a few places. A lot of them only took cash. You really wanted dumplings? Where are you, bro? I'm in the ball pit. I'm in the ball pit. I'm in the ball pit. But yeah, Rocky wanted dumplings really bad. And so we went to a few places that were either packed or needed actual cash. And I spent my cash to get her those band-aids for her feet. I didn't have any. Because I didn't bring cash. I brought cash because she told me to. And I used it to buy her band-aids. My hair. Get moving. I used my heart because for a moment I was like, okay, crazy they don't take card. Well, it's because a lot of the shops there in Chinatown have been around for a really long time, and they're just kind of like authentic, and that's the way they like to do it. I hear it's like that in actual China too, and Japan. So, and so I was like, you know what? Let's go home. And we'll figure out what to do from there. Because my feet were killing me. My feet were hurting real bad. And I was like, you know, let's go home. We'll figure out what we're going to do. And we're walking to the subway. I grabbed Rocky. I said, I see a sign over there. I couldn't really read it. I saw a sign far away down the street. It looked like a restaurant. I said, let's walk over there. Let's check it out. She said, okay. So we went over there. And it was indeed a restaurant. My heart had led us to food. And so we go in, and we were met with a big velvet stare. Tall velvet stairs that went up like a red carpet. And we walked up. And it was entirely empty. There was like 30 tables, all empty. And it was gorgeous in there. It was red carpet. Yeah, just walking into random places. But that's New York. What's it gonna do in New York? It was a risk, but you know, gotta take the risk. And it was like all red carpet. And the tables are covered in beautiful, like white and gold cloth. The chairs were all cloth and had bows on the back. It was like a fancy looking place, but it looked old. Like you could tell it was old. And you could tell they were expecting anyone to come in because one of the workers was sitting at the table and she looked at us like, "You eat here?" and immediately, before we could even answer, she was going, sit here. And she had a worker come and start pulling a toolbox. Like a bunch of tools off of a table. And she said, sit here. And I was like, oh man, this is about to be so good. They were like eager. They were ushering us in. They're sit here. They're ushering us in. And to make it even better, there's like a fly flying around. And you could see into the kitchen. And there was just like some people that were also workers just sitting at a back table, like playing cards or something. It was dead quiet in there. There was no music. And so we sit down and they bring us like a really old menu. Like every page is like yellowed. And it was also intimidating. It was stuff like a whole like roasted chicken and like a bunch of stuff I've never heard of before. A lot of it was in Chinese. I was like, I don't know what I'm looking at. And so Rocky knew what she wanted, like two smaller things she wanted. She wanted soup dumplings, which I've never had, and Chinese cucumber, which I've also never had. But we're like, that's just too, and we don't know what else to get. And so the waitress was like, we asked her, so which one should we get? And she said, this one. This is my daughter's favorite. And it was huge. It was a plate of like like glazed soft meat? Question mark. But it was so delicious. It was one of the best num-nums I've ever had. It was so tender, so fatty. It was coming off the bone. She came to our table and started chopping it up with scissors. They brought us tea, and my cup was a little bit dirty. But it was so good. The entire meal was delicious. It was amazing. It was one of the best meals we had all there. And so my heart had led us to the right place, and the staff was so nice and chatty. And they were so sweet. Hi, Bill. I hope you had a great time. I missed you too. So I'm happy that my heart told me to go there. But what did we do after? Okay, we went back to the hotel after. And then we're like, you know what? We had so much fun at Hades' house that we wanted to go to another play. So, unfortunately, most shows don't play on Monday. We really wanted to go see one called The Lost Boys, but it was not available on Monday. We only had like 5 options. We almost saw Heather. But I was like I seen Heather's online. I know it by heart. And I think I would have had fun. But I wanted to see something grand. And Heather's is a bit more humble. So I wanted to see something grand. So you know what we had to see? The Broadway show of all Broadway shows. We saw Wicked. We saw Wicked! It was... Oh my gosh, it was crazy. So, the thing about the Wicked was that the entire Wicked show had its own theater. Everything in the theater was like... It was a massive theater. And the entire thing was like dedicated to... Like before even getting into the place, it was entirely dedicated to Wicked. And it was so cool. And in the actual playroom, there was so much, like every single scene had the stage moving and changing, and it was so beautiful again because you could see so much of the human element. Like there was a giant dragon at the top of the stage, but the entire dragon was controlled by strings. It was just an awesome show. The story was not the craziest, but it was really good. I had so much fun. I'm so happy we went. And after that, I think we just got some pizza. I think we got some, because we're like, you know what? It's our last night. Let's get what New York is known for. So we went to a pizza place that was still open. Oh, wait. Rewind. Never leave a Wicked show. Never. If you go to a Wicked show, never leave. I don't know how to describe to you how evil it was. No. We went outside. And if you've never been to New York, it's covered. And these guys riding bicycles with carriages on the back that have like a neon sign that says something like, I love New York! New York! And they have music blast. I am so sad. Now, I did not get a video of this because it was the most unreal thing ever. I kid you not. There was 30 of them packed outside of the Wicked show. Of the theater. And every single one of them was blasting music. And every single one had a guy on it whistling, yelling, screaming, come over here! Come over here! And they were all waving and pointing at people and waving, come over here! 30
of them all lined up like vultures. Like vultures. Lined up, waiting for the wicked show to end. So when hundreds of people come out, they can vulture off of the people coming out. I even saw people fighting over like those guys fighting over people. Like someone was gonna go get on someone's carriage and they were yelling at each other. Vultures! Vultures! It's crazy. I had to mention that though because I couldn't get over how insane it was. But yeah, we got some New York pizza. It was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't like amazing, but it hit the spot. After a long weekend, after being tired, nighttime, it hit the spot to get some bad pizza. I liked it. And then that was our last day. The next day was travel day. We got some breakfast together. Got some bagels. They were yummy bagels. We got some coffee. We got I think it was it, because I think afterwards we went back to the hotel and grabbed our stuff. Because we had to leave pretty early. And then do you remember? Let me ask you, Philip. Do you remember my curse? Do you remember what I am cursed with? Do you remember what I'm cursed with? Yes. So, to give you an idea, I think it was last year, I went to see my grandma. And my delays were so bad, I was delayed by 3 days. And then I had delays when I went to do Surge. I had delays when I went to see Jazzy. I don't know what it is. But every single time I travel, I am littered with delays. And yesterday was no different. So, I had a plan. Just like whenever I went from the airport to the hotel, I was gonna get a shuttle. Because the shuttles were straight to the airport, only $24. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a shuttle. It's gonna take me straight to the airport. I'm gonna get there. I'm going early. I'm gonna be there hours before. It's gonna be fun. So I get my shuttle. I dropped Rocky off first because I feel like it's scary to traverse in New York alone. And my shuttle picked me up where she was leaving to. She took the train. So I made sure she got to her train. Even though we both didn't really know what we were doing, but you know, two girls working together is smarter than one. Two girls working together is smarter than one. So I got her to the train. We figured it out. And I went to wait for my shuttle. My shuttle was supposed to arrive like 15 minutes ago. That's okay. 30 minutes late. My shuttle was 30 minutes late. And then it canceled. So, imagine me standing there. My flight is in like less than 2 hours. My shuttle canceled on me. Oh my god. I was sitting there and I was like, I don't know what to do. I was overwhelmed with options. I could either wait for another shuttle, which could potentially cancel on me. I could go for a taxi, which I don't know how much it's gonna cost, and they're yelling at each other. And I wanted to cry. I was tearing up. I was tearing up. I could have gotten an Uber for $200. I had so many options. I was like, I don't know. And so decided to go with doing what Rocky did and doing a train. However, for me, I was going to a different airport, and there was no train that went to my airport. And it was very stressful. I had to talk to like 6 different people. I have insane social anxiety, especially because I was alone. I was stressed. I was running around the airport or the train station like crazy. I was like, okay, I'm trying to get here. Where do I go? I didn't know what they're saying. They're like, go here, go here, go here, go here. You gotta be dropped off here. It was so much trouble. Eventually, still with less than 2 hours, I found the train that would get me closest to my airport. And it got to me somewhere. It got to me somewhere. Because the thing is, these weren't the subways. This was at the big train station, like the big one that has like a bunch of trains, like actual trains and not subway. And it dropped me off pretty far, so I still had the Uber. But the Uber was not $200, it was $60. So I managed to get an Uber. And I got to my airport, and then the TSA line was terrible. The TSA line was so terrible. But luckily, regardless, I made it to my flight with 10 minutes to spare. I was very stressed. And then my layover. My layover was originally not delayed. But I got into the plane, and we were on the runway for a long time. I don't remember how long. But we were stuck on the runway. I don't know what it was. But it gets worse. So I had a long layover, and my plane was stuck forever. And then I had a long flight. But it's like running into breath. I'm almost done. We're almost to the end of the story. This is the end of the This is the end. And then when my plane dropped me off, it dropped us off in the airplane parking lot. It dropped us off in the airplane parking lot, like not at a terminal, not at the airplane parking lot. They had a ramp that went down, and we had to walk through the parking lot through a super duper long mesh gate, and it was super wet. And it was a really long walk. It wasn't even close. They dropped us off far away in the parking lot. And then I got in the airport, and it was like empty. It was really weird. And then I Ubered home. And it was very late. And I took a shower and I passed out. The end. The end. That was my 2-hour long story. It took me 2 hours. That took the end. It took me 2 hours. No, you're not seeing the videos today. That is for something else. That I will not say the name of, but it is for something else. So, no videos today. But there are photos. Let me see which ones I did not download. I downloaded this group. I downloaded this group. So I did not download. Okay. Let me very quickly download like 8 photos. One momento. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I downloaded them earlier, but I think I closed it before they finished downloading. But I took some photos. Not of everything. I didn't really. It's because I was mostly filming, and so the photos didn't occur to me as much because I'm a dum-dum. But I did take like almost 30, so I did still take a lot. And then after photos, we'll look at after photos I will I'll answer questions if you have any, and then I will read the very kind members. I have been very happily overwhelmed by all the members Pillows have been. You remember milestones. I'm very thankful. I'm very excited to read your milestone. It was really so sweet. But I promise you guys I would take photos. So I took photos. I think I downloaded them. I don't know. Let me grab the photos. They're not going to be very big. Okay. You ready? Okay. I got... Hey, Phyllis. I got you a lot of photos. Like I promised. These are not in order. These are in no order. So... It's gonna be kind of random. Okay. Our first photo that I have found in the ball pit is pizza. This is the New York pizza that we grabbed on what did I say? Monday night. This is the pizza. Here. Check out Monday night. It was very yummy. Do you want to guess which one was mine and which one is Rocky's? Which one is mine? Which one is mine? The top one is the bottom one. Pillows are so smart! How did you know? How did you know it was a square one? Some Phils got it wrong, but most of them getting it right. How did you know? Is it because of the spinach? I love spinach on pizza. This is the pizza that we got. Wait, I skipped one. Oh yeah, and this is whenever we went to see Wicked. So I couldn't take any photos or videos during the show, but I got to take them before we were in intermission. So there you can see the dragon on top. The dragon was crazy. The dragon was so cool. And there was like a map that was acting as a curtain that was so cool too. But that dragon was entirely controlled by a man up in the tower. So it's really cool. And then we went to I love you and you love me. Missy, ice cream and tea. I'm trying to remember how the Misu. Was it Misu? I love you, you love me, Missy. Ice cream and soft serve and tea. Does anyone know? Does anyone know? It's this is from a chain in China called Missy. And there's a theme song that was on loop, and it was just like, I love you and you love me, Missy ice cream and tea. I was on loop, and all I could think was I would become insane if I worked here They don't listen to this 24/7. So this is Missy, and this is our mascot. I know. I was thinking. I was like, is this copyright infringement on Barney? And this one. Oh,